and welcome to Reality TV Cringe. I am one of your hosts, Delia, the redhead, small booty, big cat.
Oh, God, stop.
Here with my real tight homegirl and my daughter-in-law, big booty, razor blade,
Stop.
Beatrice.
She's had one sip of alcohol, and now she's crazy.
We are so excited to be with you today / tonight because we're going to be recapping Seeking Sister Wife, which is potentially the most preposterous show on TV.
Honestly, I love it.
I'm having fun.
I think it's great.
Before we get into it, we do have to issue you a disclaimer. Please hide your wife and hide your kids. This is a politically incorrect podcast, which simply means we're stupid.
Objectively.
We're dumb.
Yeah.
We say dumb words, especially Beatrice.
Wow.
And we're not going to apologize. We are not going to apologize
coming for me
about
today.
it. So if you're
Go away, you big baby.
you might want to find yourself another dumpster.
Bye.
But if you're ready to go on a date with a witch,
Oh, my God.
well then welcome to this dumpster.
And if you like what we do over here, please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe and join us on Patreon, patreon.com/realitytvcringe. We have so much fun in the VIP dumpster, and you get access to like all of our episodes ad-free and bonus after shows and stuff. It's really great.
If you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe and hype your girls up. Just press that hype button on your phone or whatever and donate some hype points. I don't know what it does.
Shoot.
It goes into the hype
It helps.
universe and somehow we are boosted on the algorithm.
Yeah.
And so thank you in advance.
Thank you.
Before we get into this recap, Beatrice, did you have any takeaways? Any thoughts?
Honestly, no. Well, no, I guess I hate Yesel so much. Every time I see him, I'm just like, you are such a terrible person, and I don't know why you're putting your beautiful wife through this.
Yeah, that's
And
sad.
It's so gross. And then Jackie is just like so desperate for Yesel. and I'm
Jackie's
just
a
like,
strange bird.
I know, she's
I
weird.
don't understand what she's doing there.
She's
She's
weird.
a little bit odd.
Mhm.
My takeaway is that every season, Garrick and Danielle just become more and more odious.
Yes.
And it's like the vacant stare that Garrick has.
Psycho.
Like he's not even present in reality. He's just thinking about what his dick can do next.
I know.
What can my dick get into next?
Yeah.
And then there's Danielle.
Dude, she's weird.
Constantly smiling, her devious, perverted, sex trafficking, allegedly, in my opinion, smile. I'm just like, these people are so strange. How is it that you attracted this beautiful young woman from Brazil
It's the
to come
money.
over to, is it America and money? Okay, but she's so pretty and
She
she's so
is.
sweet and she's just
know.
got a light inside of her. How did you get mixed up with Garrick fucking Merrifield?
And it seems like her life was like fine in Rio de Janeiro. Like it seemed like she had a good system going on. She went and partied and she was next to the beach and she had some roommates and she was like living her best young girl life. And then you like trade that to go live in their weird mansion in Buena Vista and like you have to sleep in the same bed as Gary. I'm just like, is it really that worth it?
No,
It's not.
She doesn't know that though because she's such a young girl. And then I was seeing on the Instagram and
yeah.
on the Reddit that Lenora, is that her name?
No, Lorena.
Lorena, she's pregnant. She's
no
heavy with child. Heavy with child. Big belly.
Garrick's child.
It's Garrick's child.
Ew.
So she's locked into that orbit for life.
Ew.
Doesn't mean she has to stay with him, and I hope she does not, but like she's got a kid now, so
Gross.
here we go.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
God, more of the Garricks in this world.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can't.
So without further ado, let's get into Seeking Sister Wife, Season 6, Episode 5, entitled...
This is my wife, our wife, and our girlfriend.
Okay.
Which is about the Davis family, which we'll get to later.
Yes.
But
They're
this-
my favorite. By far.
I was telling you last
By
week.
far.
They're so much more likable than literally everyone else on this
Yes.
this show.
Yes.
But we start this week off with Danny and Yesel. So last week they had their little date with Jackie, in which Jackie told Yesel, hey, I want to fuck you. And
Ew.
Danny, are you going to be okay with that? Because I'm going to be giving your husband the sloppy 5,000 or whatever the kids call it.
What?
It's something that Gen Z says about.
Sloppy 5,000?
Or something. Glock 5,000, I think that's what it's called.
What?
I don't know, girl. I'm a lesbian. I don't know what it means. But she was telling Danny that she wants to fuck Yesel real bad. And Danny left us with a cliffhanger last week. This week she says, yeah, I'm still uncertain about it. It's true. So I'm still uncertain. I don't know if I'm going to be okay with it because
Then why?
it hasn't happened yet.
Why are we doing this then, Danny?
I don't know.
You're uncertain about the sex part, which is the only reason we're here is
Yep.
because Yesel is down to fuck.
Yep.
And you're also uncertain about the kids part, which we're going to get to. Like, why are we doing this, Danny? You're
I
a
don't
beautiful
know.
young woman. I think she's a nurse or something.
Yeah.
She's gainfully employed. She's
Yep.
an intelligent person. Why are you subjecting yourself to these shenanigans?
I don't
with
understand.
this bald-ass motherfucker. I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I see him on my TV, I'm like,
Ew.
are you really like that attractive? Because to me, I'm like, you're not. Maybe he's got a big old
Maybe, but I mean, he's tall, and I
So-
guess some women just get
like
so
that.
sprung for a tall guy.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
So sprung that you would allow him to cheat on you with like this busted ass. Sorry.
That's so terrible.
But I mean, Jackie, compared
Yes?
to Danny,
Okay, what?
what? I'm just saying.
Yes, what are you saying? Listen, I think Jackie's a lovely woman.
Sure.
I think that's like
Busted.
not obviously Yesel's into it. Jackie seems to be into it. But
Trashy.
truly, the only person that's not into it is Danny.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering why we're going through these gyrations when we could just dump Yesel.
I know.
You could find yourself somebody who's going to be dedicated to you
Yep.
and you could go on with your life. You're going to end up doing that anyway because he's just going to be a cheating cheater who cheats the entire time. Even if he has 4 women
Yep.
as concubines, he's going to go out and cheat with another one.
Most definitely. And so while they're at the date, Yesel gets up to go to the bathroom or something. This is where Danny asks Jackie, like, so do you want more kids? Because Jackie has one daughter. I think she's like 9 years old or something. And Jackie says, yes, I do want to have more kids. And this is obviously a very big red flag for Danny because last week she was crying about how that's a non-negotiable for her and she doesn't want to see Yesel have a kid with another woman, especially if that kid is a girl, because that's all Danny ever wanted. So this is obviously going to be an issue. But after their date, they go home, they talk about it, and then they go out with friends because Yesel is going to be leaving for work for a couple months. I
Mhm.
think he's going to be on the oil rigs or something. And so they go to a bar. They invite all their family and friends and Yesel's baby mama,
Leah.
who's pretty cool.
I like her a lot.
I like her. She's based.
Well, and she's also Team Danny.
Yeah.
And she's team, I don't want any whore to come running into this union
Yeah.
and break it up. And also, Leah's concerned because she has a son with Yesel because he's a man whore, honey.
Yeah.
Just spreading his seed
Ew.
everywhere, laying it low and spreading it wide. So he's got babies everywhere.
Yeah.
And Leah's like, well, I mean, if you're now going to start bringing bitches up into the situation, like I've got a son who visits your house
Yeah.
and I don't want to just introduce my son to any rando woman.
Right.
And so let me sit down with this Jackie person and have a conversation, which
And
I liked.
this. I like this too because she was very frank with Jackie. And Jackie's a mom too, so she also understands like where Leah is coming from. And Leah's like, look, we need to have an established relationship before I even allow you entry to my child's life and be around him and everything. And Jackie's like, yeah, I understand. And I don't know. Leah seems like she's trying to suss out Jackie and see if she's going to be there for the long haul or if she just
Well,
wants
because
to
she
fuck.
knows Danny is weak.
Yes.
Danny is insecure. Danny does not have a spine. She also knows who Yesel is because she used to be with Yesel. So she knows how terrible and toxic that is. And I think she's trying to be protective primarily of Danny and the kids.
It seems like it. I would love it if Leah and Danny had like a little lesbian
I know
relationship on
you
the
would.
side. I
Oh
would
my
ship
God.
that so
So
hard.
sexy.
I think it'd be great.
It would be.
It'd be so great for Danny.
Yes, I agree.
Because I feel bad for her that she's like stuck to Yesel and then has to be friends with Jackie. And I'm just like, ugh.
Not just friends, but like they're talking about inviting Jackie into their home.
Yeah.
To live with them.
It's
I'm
super
like,
weird.
Oh my goodness. No, thank you. And I just want to ask again this week what I asked last week, which was why not just get a dude then?
Right.
Why not allow her to have a boyfriend because you're leaving for months at a time and she's going to need companionship and we can presume that she wants intimacy just like you do, Yesel. So let her have a man. But no, that would be forbidden.
Right. It's only him that gets to have multiple sexual partners. And I just don't understand it whatsoever. Unless there's a situation where like there's some gay shit happening on the side and
Yeah.
TLC just doesn't want us to know about it.
Right.
That could be very true because we know that with some of these other couples too. But I don't know. They're weird. And we left off with Leah telling Jackie, like, I'm not going to let anybody, any hoe, break up Danny and Yesel. She seems very protective of them.
Good. Somebody needs to be.
Well, it's just kind of odd though, right?
Well, I think she thinks Danny is her best friend. I think she knows what kind of a person Yesel is, which is an ain't shit person.
Yeah.
And I think she's trying to protect Danny.
Yeah, maybe they're scissoring. I don't know. Then
Maybe.
Then we get to Matt and Angelica Johnson.
Oh my God. This was so good.
This was pretty fucking funny. But last week we had Shanae coming over. She dropped a bomb. She's dating another guy and she's having sexual relations with him. And Matt's not into that. And so since then, they haven't seen or talked to Shanae in like 2 weeks or something like that. According to Matt, he's been texting Shanae and trying to reach out to her that way, but she's been leaving him on red, and so therefore he's not going to push it. He's not going to try any harder than what he's already doing, which is the bare minimum.
Yeah, but what's really happening is that he very quickly moved on to a new woman.
Exactly.
So the reason he's not like pursuing Shanae or like doing a little bit extra to let Shanae know that he wants her and he values her and that they want her in their family structure, which is what Angelica wants him to do. Instead of doing that, he immediately goes out and seeks out another woman. And this is somebody that he used to date a long time ago. He starts having conversations with this person and sets up a date. And when Angelica finds out that he's already moving on to another woman, this is where you can see that something deeper is going on with Angelica. I don't know if maybe she's in love with Shanae.
I think so.
I wonder if they're having like their own relationship in that way. It could just be somebody who's so lonely because Matthew's completely checked out and doesn't care about her at all. Or it could be like she's in love with Shanae and she desperately wants Matthew to do something to make sure Shanae stays with them.
That's what it was giving to me.
Kind of heartbreaking.
It was a little bit. And Angelica was very frank. Like when she heard Matt say, yeah, I'm already talking to some new bitch named Marilyn and I used to date her 17 years ago. And Angelica's like, I feel like we're cheating on Shanae. Like she literally uses that term. We are cheating on Shanae by talking to another woman and not even talking to Shanae about it. Like that's whack. What are we doing? And Angelica even calls it like a rebound and says that this girl means nothing. But she ultimately agrees to go meet up with her on some like weird date. And Angelica says like, normally I don't go out on these first dates with Matt, but since he's already talking to some new bitch after, just a couple weeks of us not talking to Shanae, like I want to see what this is all about. And so they go to this witch shop.
LOL.
They meet Marilyn, who is a self-proclaimed witch. And Matt is like initially attracted to her, thinks she's fine or whatever. But then they sit down to make candles.
Yes. Intention candles.
And Angelica is making fun of it like so hard from the get-go. She's like, we're like seasoning chicken or something, which I thought was kind of funny.
It is funny, but it is a bit disrespectful.
Yeah, I guess.
If Marilyn was trying to share something of her spirituality, something that means a lot to her. She's trying to like bring them in and see if they can connect. Like that was a little rude. And Matthew also isn't taking it seriously. I felt Marilyn was very sincere. Yes, she's a witch. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, she's into metaphysics and all of that, but like that's a world I'm very familiar with, and
Yeah.
I've met so many people in that space, so many lovely, lovely people. So I felt kind of bad for her, but like at the same time, why would you want to bring them there?
Right.
Like the first time?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to like meet at a park and have a picnic or like go to dinner or something? Like, it was just a very bold move.
It was.
Maybe it was producer fuckery.
It must have been. I did feel bad for Marilyn too, because when they're making the candles, like she's very serious about it, and like Angelica is just shitting all over it. And I was laughing at it, but I was like, man, I feel bad for Marilyn, because for her, it wasn't a joke, and she was like genuinely trying to be sincere. But during this little candle making date, they start talking about Marilyn and Matt's past together, which was pretty great. Because up until this point, Matt is into her. He's like, she's fine.
He's
like,
so
I'm
down.
into her. Like, she's
ready,
beautiful.
So go.
And so when Angelica asks the question, like, so what was it like when you dated 21-year-old Matt? And Marilyn is like, yeah, our relationship was purely sex-based. And, you know, the sex was just kind of adequate.
I know! And in that moment, Matthew was just like, oh, well, then fuck this.
Fuck this bitch.
He just couldn't believe that she said that. I couldn't believe that she said that.
That was awesome.
That is so emasculating to a man, which I love it. Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Love it.
His face just fell. And then we get this like interstitial of him being like, yeah, I'm not that into her.
After this date, it kind of solidified the fact that I really miss Shanae.
Yeah.
That I really love
because
Shanae.
She called your dick game out.
That was so awesome.
So good.
So Marilyn's out, and now they're gonna try and reconnect with Shanae and try and talk to her about their relationship, especially because Angelica, like we see her in the preview, I know I'm jumping ahead, but she's like crying. She's like, I have real feelings for you, Shanae. And I'm like, dang.
I think those are love feelings that she has for Shanae.
They are in love with each other. Now we move on to our favorites, the Merrifields. And this is where we have, like, it was like the day after Lorena slept in Garrick's room for the first time, and she says it was pretty uncomfortable because she knew Danielle was in the other room, totally listening in.
Was she crying? Was she sobbing out loud and keeping them away?
I could see it.
Was she pacing outside in the hallway crying?
Maybe
tearing her clothes?
Oh my God.
Lamenting?
Maybe there's like a hidden camera in that room or something.
Because you know she gets off on it, allegedly, in my opinion.
She's such a freak, just like Garrick. I mean, they're both freaking weirdos.
You'd have to be, honey.
I mean, and then can you even imagine like sleeping in the same bed as Garrick? Like, and what his like sex game is like?
The way I would become. You would see me on First 48. You would see me on Dateline NBC Hooded.
I mean, really?
Who killed Garrick Merrifield? I don't know. Such a mystery.
Just really
mothering him to death.
He's such a weirdo.
Sorry, no offense, I'm playing.
I just
God,
can't
he's
imagine.
just the worst. Can you imagine having to sleep with him?
No.
Just having to like spread your legs.
Absolutely not.
And just like, okay, Papa.
I would rather die.
Oh, God. And you know it's little too.
Oh, you know it's little.
Know, and you know he doesn't know what he's doing.
And you know his hands are kind of clammy. And you know,
God,
like, it's just like, and you know it lasts maybe like 10 minutes.
And he's got the whiskey dick because they're drinking all the time.
Of course he'd have to.
Every time you see Garrick and Danielle, there's like a huge glass of wine.
Total
because
luscious.
They're drunk all the time. Like, how does that reconcile?
Right.
With your faith? Can we have that conversation?
Jesus drank wine.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I get it.
So therefore it's okay.
But like Garrick always has beer or some other mixed drink as well. Like, these are lushes.
Oh yeah.
These are predators in my opinion, allegedly. These are sex traffickers in my opinion, allegedly. These are weirdos, dude.
Dude, they are so weird. And so after sleeping in Garrick's room, then Garrick has like a very special, lovely day planned to hang out with Lorena and apparently his weird son, Solomon.
Solomon seems nice.
Well, I don't know. Those kids are weird, man.
All right.
That whole family is weird. I'm just saying it. I don't care. Judge me. I don't care. But like Solomon, I guess, helped get this bike ready. He pumped the airs in the tire for Lorena because she likes to ride bikes and stuff. And so they did it for her. And
he's a young teenage man. He's a 15 or 16-year-old boy. Mm-hmm. And Lorena
Lorena
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's like getting a bike and he's
Yeah.
like refurbishing it for her so she can have it. I think maybe he's crushing a little bit on
Probably.
Lorena.
Probably. And he's like in that time in his
Of
life.
course.
Puberty
Just
and
watching
stuff.
his whack ass,
Yep.
doughy bodied dad
Yeah.
score all these women. He's just like, oh my God.
Maybe I could do that.
Maybe I can do that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets the bike ready. Lorena comes down. She's super surprised. And her reaction, I felt, was very sincere and
Yes.
genuine. She seems like such a sweet girl. And I don't know why she is stuck with these people. But she gives Solomon a big old hug. And she's like very, very grateful. She's excited. She goes upstairs and changes. And so then Garrick takes her and the bike out. And they go bike riding. And then they have like a little picnic in the park. And while they do that, Danielle's sad ass is working out by herself in their little home gym that she says her and Garrick use together, but I'm looking at Garrick's body and I'm like,
how?
You don't work out
where
at all.
when?
Like, and so she's working out and she's complaining about how it's weird, such an adjustment because we've never had one of these Brazilian babes actually stick around.
Is that just going to be the thing you say every week? Like,
Yes.
It's weird having to share my closet with her. Like, it's weird having to share my room with her. Like, it's weird. Like, okay, we get it. But
We
like,
get it.
this is the 19th woman
I know.
you're bringing into your orbit. Like, this is the thing that you've been doing this
Yeah.
entire time. It's been weird
Yeah.
the whole time. I've been weirded out, Danny. And why can't you shut up?
I mean,
why
really.
can't you shut up?
Like, please just stop talking. And she does acknowledge that on the camera. She's like, obviously, he's had sexual relations with other Brazilians before this, but we haven't actually had one, like, stay at our house. And I'm like, you did, though. You had Roberta, like, living in your house for a period of time. I don't think she was, like, there full time, but she was there for an extended period, like, sharing the room with your husband.
I wasn't watching for that season. So
she was. So it's just like, girl, like, shut up. I don't care that you're weirded out by it. This is the path that you chose.
Cry harder.
Cry harder.
I want to see it.
She's like, I'm worried about being the third wheel. Well, you are.
Yeah.
Your husband has a fetish for Brazilian women, not you.
And now that we know that Lenora is pregnant.
Lorena.
Oh gosh, sorry. Once I get it in there a certain
Lenora
way, I
is
can't
pretty
change
funny.
it. Now that we know that Lenora is pregnant, Lorena is pregnant. Sorry, should we stop?
No, it's pretty
Now
funny.
that we know that Lorena is pregnant, oh, can you imagine
Oh my God.
how Danielle is feeling about
Freaking
that?
out.
Like, this is the first woman out of the many women that he's banged that's actually bringing a whole human into the family. She has got to be so insecure and intimidated, which
Totally.
I love that so much.
You know what I would love on season 7? That she has her baby. And then we've got Danielle's baby and they're grown up together. And then Garrick's like, yeah, so we're going to get a third wife.
Yeah. And Lenora's going to hate it.
Oh my God.
And Danielle is going to hate it.
so bad.
It's going to happen.
I
You know
want it
it's going to
so
happen.
bad.
Yeah.
That's why this show is pretty great because you have couples like this that are just like such freak shows. And
Mhm.
it's just, it makes for entertaining TV. And so after their little date, then we have a family meeting at their Christian Mormon conference table. And Danielle and Garrick are drunk probably.
Mhm.
And they want to talk about like the sleeping arrangements and the changing of the sheets schedule, which is really
Ew.
disgusting to me. But Danielle and Garrick are talking about it in front of Lorena, and they're talking in English, like without really including her in the conversation. And it's very obvious like what they're doing because like Lorena will try to type something out on their little translator app, or she'll be like speaking into the phone trying to translate, and Danielle and Garrick are still having their conversation in front of her without her. And it's really disrespectful and really annoying. They did this with the other Brazilians that
Did they?
came up to America. Yeah, they did it with Roberta. They did it with Natalia. They do this all the time. And they know they can do it because they're purposely getting women that don't speak English. So I think it's kind of like a power play on Danielle's part.
Yes, that's what it felt like.
Like, I think Garrick is just stupid and he's just thinking with his little pencil dick.
Yeah.
But Danielle, I think, does it maliciously because she feels insecure by all of these younger, prettier international women coming in trying to steal her broke ass man.
Yeah, and you can tell because they're not like just having a normal neutral conversation. Danielle's laughing, she's touching Garrick.
Mm-hmm.
It's very affectionate. Meanwhile, Lenora's sitting on the opposite end and she's just trying to get a word in edgewise. And so it felt like a power play
Yep.
on Danielle's part. It felt petty. And I'm just, once again, I'm like, well, why, Danielle? Why are we doing this? If you have such a huge problem with it,
I
if you
mean,
are
really.
this insecure that you have to play games like this and make this young woman who's trusting you and your husband, make her feel bad and unincluded. I mean, why are you putting all of us through this?
Yeah, it's really weird. And like now that we're seeing this happen with Lorena, who seems very earnest and sweet, like I'm wondering if Danielle did this behind the scenes with the other women,
Mhm.
Natalia and Roberta as well, and maybe that's why they left, because they couldn't deal with not only Garrick. Like Garrick is terrible and disgusting to deal with in general, but like to have to deal with a malicious wife who's also a sex trafficker allegedly,
Right.
allegedly in our opinion, like I can't even imagine. I
Mhm.
feel like she's probably sabotaging these
Oh, I think
situations.
she's trying to. I think she's pretending that she's okay with it and she's calling Garrick her king. But like behind the scenes, she's trying to sabotage the entire thing. And I was actually really proud of Lorena. Sorry. I'm gonna call her Lola. Lola. I'm really proud of her because she told them immediately, I'm not comfortable.
Yes.
Like, I don't like that you guys are doing this. And they stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And then she told them why. And they listened. And then they compromised. And, you know, they started including her more. And she checked them, though.
Yeah, she did. And I
Mhm.
did appreciate that. But I'm assuming we're going to see more situations like this happen. And I feel bad for Lorena because
Mhm.
she can't help it. I mean, she's trying her best to try and understand what they're saying and like trying to use the translator app, but I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
It's
all bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
And then we get to the last polycule of the
Bow,
episode.
chicka, bow, bow. Ooh.
As the Davis family.
Yeah.
And so we have all four adults going out to hibachi.
Mhm.
They're going out on a big old date. And they don't usually do this very often, but they're trying to, because they're trying to make like Teresa feel included because she's Miss Desperado over there.
So needy. So needy.
OMG. So everybody gets dressed to the nines. They're looking fine. They go and sit at their hibachi table, and Nick makes a point of kissing April and complimenting April and Jenny. He gives them each kisses, tells them they're both beautiful, and that he loves them. And then we get to Teresa, and he kind of hesitates a little bit.
Mhm.
He kisses her, but he doesn't compliment her or say anything. And it's very obvious that he's just like
Yes.
not into her for some reason.
Yeah.
Because she's desperate, right?
She's desperate. He doesn't want it. He launches into a lecture about entropy
Which made me
and about
laugh
like
so
things,
hard.
which entropy is like things falling into disorganization, and how like they as a family unit are very low entropy. And so he's very careful about who he's going to allow into that unit. And I think he's saying this to tell Teresa, hooker girl. Sorry. Well, she was a sex worker. Sex worker.
Yeah.
Sex worker girl. Like, look, I know you want to bring in somebody else and you want to marry them so that you can be a Davis. And like, I know you have all of these plans, but I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, we're very intentional with what we're doing right now. We just lost Danielle.
Yep.
And like, we're still suffering through that. And we're in our feelings about that. So we don't want to onboard somebody else besides you. And we're not even happy about you.
Uh-uh.
We're not really pleased with you being here because you bring some weird vibrational energy.
Yep.
And Nick is not into it. And I'm wondering if Jen and April are into it. April seems a little bit more direct in saying, like, yeah, it's too fast, honey.
It's too fast.
But Jen seems kind of quiet.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Jen kind of takes the back seat a lot of the time. I feel like April is kind of the head madam in charge of this harem that they've got going on. And so I feel like Jen just kind of defers to April. Jen's always been kind of quiet and in the background.
I've always had this sense that Jen is the one that's running it.
Oh, like in the bedroom?
Just like running all of it, like the Robin Brown, but like not duplicitous and terrible and demonic, but like that she's actually the one in charge.
Maybe.
April is just the one that's more communicative.
Maybe she's the voice and Jen's the head or something.
Yeah. Well, because Jen's out here having all these babies and stuff like that. So she's got Nick's ear for sure.
That's true for sure. But yeah, April's the one that says at Hibachi, because Teresa's like, I want to be a Davis though.
Yeah.
Like, I want to change my last name.
So all I wanted my whole life is just to be a Davis.
Like, if you're not going to let me get a fourth woman to marry, can I at least change my name though? And April's like, no. Like, we've been dating you for 6 months.
4 months. 4 months.
Chill out. Like, calm down. Slow your roll. And this is where Teresa says she feels like an outsider because she doesn't have the last name Davis.
You are an outsider.
I'm like, girl, you're the girlfriend. And that's how they introduce them. I forgot. They introduced themselves. This is the title of the episode, to the poor hibachi chef who's just like, damn, dude, teach me your ways. So then after their date, then we have a private talk with Teresa and Nick on their couch. And Nick is very obviously stoned AF.
It's Colorado.
I mean,
it's not Texas.
It's great.
They could just smoke there.
I mean, yeah.
They have these things called dispensaries.
Yeah.
They just go there and they buy what they want and then they smoke it or they drink it and they ingest it.
Look, and Nick is high as fuck. And you know what? Teresa probably is too. Oh, I forgot.
What?
She was rapping.
No, it's about to happen here in this scene.
In
this scene. Because she's sitting down. She's like, can we talk? He puts his metaphysical book down because he's reading about entropy and past lives or something like that. And they start talking about their relationship. And she just kind of, in a non sequitur sort of way, says something like, we have relationship issues. The first one being like, you actually told me you didn't think I was a good rapper once we got together. And he starts laughing, as am I. I think we all were kind of chuckling because what are you talking about? I know you mentioned that you were an HVAC expert and an aspiring rapper, but I thought you were joking.
No, yeah.
I thought that was a joke. And so then we pan to her in her talking head.
Oh my God.
And she starts rapping.
She freestyles.
And she says that she actually performed with Rakim, which is back from my day, and Tech 9 from your day.
And I'm just like, really?
I have a hard time personally believing that.
I don't believe you,
but I mean,
girl.
Okay.
Maybe you did some remixes on your own little SoundCloud or something on your home laptop.
So she starts rapping, and I am cringing so deeply into my body. Now, sometimes you cringe, you feel that in your chest and in your face,
yeah.
I'm cringing so deeply into my body that it is becoming a kegel. I'm feeling that in my woo, bitch. And that's what we call a craigle.
A craigle.
I was craigling.
Oh,
I was craigling
so
like
hard.
crazy. Just
I
listening
was laughing.
and it was going on and on and on.
I know. It went on for so long.
It wasn't just a bar. It was like bar after bar after bar. And I'm just like, shut up. You need to stop.
And she ends it with being like, yeah, you never heard a white blonde girl rap before, right? And I'm like, yeah, we don't need it.
No.
Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for that.
Wait, what was that chick? Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. That was her. A little blonde girl.
That's her.
What was her name? I forget. Anyway, yeah, I heard it before, honey, okay?
Girl.
Shit.
So after she's done rapping, then this is where we have Nick back on the couch, still laughing about it. And he's like, yeah, I'm never going to support that career of yours, ever.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, so the philosopher.
Judgmental.
He doesn't approve of rap music. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Or her rap music.
Maybe it's her rap
because
music.
He says something else. I'll let you continue. Because the way he frames how she conducts herself. Doesn't he say something like, I'm paying attention to character and how you're moving and how you conduct yourself. And so I'm not quite there yet. But it felt very judgmental to me.
Definitely.
And knowing what we know about her having a long history in sex work, I'm wondering if that's what he's addressing without actually calling it out. He has reservations about her being a hoe for a long time. And she called herself that. So I'm just telling you that. But I think that bothers him. I think that might be the core reason he's got the ick.
That's interesting, but he's still willing to have sex with her, so it's just kind of bizarre.
Because he's a man, and because he's a misogynist, because he's a dog,
maybe.
Because that's what men do.
Yeah, I guess
Any hole will do.
Ew.
Any port in a storm with the man.
You.
They don't care.
Rules for thee, but not for me, I guess. With Nick, the king of their house, the philosopher, unemployed king, who also can't drive.
Or
I
won't
forgot
drive.
to mention that.
Or won't drive. Do we think he can't drive?
I feel like he can't drive.
I kind of feel like he can't drive too.
He can't drive.
I feel like he never learned how to drive.
Yeah, he doesn't even have his learner's permit.
Loser. And so these women are just carting you around.
And paying for your life?
I mean, if that's what you want to do,
Look,
maybe the dick is that good.
Maybe.
Who am I to judge, bitch?
Look, and April and Jenny seem happy enough. So I'm going back to what I said last week.
They seem content.
They seem like they like their arrangement. They obviously eat their boxes and he eats them out and like they live their best life and stuff. So, and Teresa seems like it's such a good relationship that she wants to be in it so bad. She wants to change her last name.
She's giving hobosexual. She's giving I don't have a secure place to live for me and my son. I need a place to be. And plus y'all are on television and I want to be a rapper. And so I just really want to be with y'all.
Maybe that's
and avail myself of these opportunities. That's what I am kind of getting from her.
I could see
She's a very kind of shady energy person. And if I'm just going to put on my fake psychic raccoon hat, I'm just going to be like, I feel like you're a little poisonous. I feel like you're the Robin Brown. You want to insert yourself into this family and you want to take over and you want to call his attention to yourself. And I just feel like she's underhanded. There's just something about her I don't like. Plus, she's very desperate. And that gives off very unsexy energy to
desperate.
Our man, Nick, man.
I mean...
And you know, if he's anything, he's a sex god. And I just wonder really wonder what he's bringing to these relationships, because I get that they think he's smart.
I know.
Honey.
I'm reading about entropy.
Okay.
I laugh so
All right.
hard.
He has a rudimentary quasi understanding of basic metaphysics, and he's like some sort of enlightened avatar. Like, give me a fucking break. You ladies are either so dumb or this man is rocking a dick baby.
Maybe.
And his game is good too. Okay, he knows how to throw it down.
I mean, maybe.
Lay the pipe, and so they're just like dickmatized.
It's fine.
Have you ever been dickmatized?
No.
I've been dickmatized before.
We know.
I got caught up in a terrible situation for quite some time because I was dickmatized. So I get it.
And he was a loser.
He was a loser.
Yeah.
And I would say Nick is giving loser.
A little bit.
But what do I know? I don't want to be too judgmental.
I don't know. Again, it's like, I go back to how Jen and April seem to like the situation and they seem to be happy with it and they seem to think that he's a good dad and like a good guy. He seems to genuinely love them. I feel like he has the capacity to love all of these women and like actually treat
and the kids.
them. He actually seems to treat them all pretty fairly and equally, unlike some of these other polygamous situations. But like in this conversation with Teresa, he's trying to express to her like, I don't know how I feel about you like romantically though. Like it's really hard for me to like, you know, jump right into that relationship, like long term, you know, phase with you. And Teresa, it just goes right over her head. And even Nick says it like, I feel like she's not really listening to me and she's kind of disregarding like everything that I'm trying to say in this conversation while I'm totally stoned out of my ass because my wife's paid for my hibachi dinner and I'm just like living the high life right now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how we end the episode, is just like Teresa begging for Nick to let her live with him forever. And maybe you're right. Maybe she is a homosexual.
I'm right.
And she's broke AF and just wants to hitch her wagon. But then we get into the preview and we missed Reese and what's her name? Katrina or something?
Billie Jean or something.
Billie Jean. That's right.
Reese.
Sorry. We missed them last week and this week. But next week we have Reese, who's going on his first ever date outside of his marriage with Billie Jean.
Poor Reese.
And this is where Reese, like, oh my God bless him. But he's
God
like,
bless.
My wife thinks I'm totally vanilla in bed, so I hope that's okay with you. And this girl that he's on a date with her purple hair is like, oh, but I was like actually hoping that we would all fuck each other. That I could actually eat your wife out. Right?
And Reese is like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Are we going to pretend that Billie Jean doesn't want that too?
Dude,
Come
I
on.
feel like that's all she wants.
Yes, please.
Gosh. And then we have Yesel asking Danny to do the legwork for him and talk to Jackie about how she can't have more kids because that's Danny's boundary. Then we have Teresa taking April and Jenny out to a boudoir photo shoot, and then Teresa starts crying.
I love it.
She starts like sobbing about her love for
April
them.
and Jen are just like having a good time. We're having some champs, we're getting made up, and we turn and look, and there's Teresa crying because she's not a Davis.
I know.
God. Stop.
Wow.
Yeah, you're a bummer.
So desperate, dude. And then we have Shanae, who's back in the picture with Matt and Angelica. She's got new hair. She looks great. And I think she's out with Angelica only.
Yes.
And this is where Angelica starts crying and confessing her lesbian love to her.
Yes, Angelica's in love.
I mean,
she's in love.
That's what it's giving. Like, she's
And
literally sobbing.
I think you both could just dump Matt.
Yeah.
Why do we need Matt?
Live your best life.
I feel like we don't need Matt at all.
We don't need it at all.
Dump him. You guys get together, and I would love to see it.
I would love it so much.
Yes.
But that's how we left off. So I'm looking forward to next week.
Me
this
too.
is such a breath of fresh air compared to freaking Sister Wives.
It's the bright spot in our week.
It's great.
For sure. Well, is there anything else that we should be saying to these beautiful raccoons before we get up on out of here? Bitches!
Well, if you love our podcast, please go to your favorite podcast platform and leave us a glowing 5-star review. 5! Really helps us grow the pod so more people can join us in the dumpster, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
We will be back next week to talk Sister Wives and Seeking Sister Wife. I do have a surgery scheduled next week.
Oh my God,
But do you know that we meet the night before my surgery?
Yes.
And I'm going to meet and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to edit it all and everything.
Professional.
And then I'm going to come back the next week. I don't care. Stitches and everything in my hospital gown and all. And we're going to continue this. What?
You should come in your hospital.
Maybe
gown.
I will.
Really
we're going to continue this Sister Wives journey with y'all because I'm down for that.
Because she loves y'all so much.
And until then, please do not forget that we have nothing but love for you, and peace out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.